in my stove to warm up, you know. But as I was cooking, whatever, cleaning, I see this, and you know I don't pay attention to the puffy stuff. But I saw, and I didn't even click on it. A couple of days ago, there's another investigation that he is trying to influence outside. You know, not like yeah, well, you know, taint with the whatever you want to call it, mess with the people who are talking about him, the YouTubers and whatever channel, whatever other channel, you know. And but that's just I don't know, desperate. But what is how is that gonna help? Well, the whole thing is Democrat shit. Is you're a high level Democrat, and they threw you under the bus before the election. They thought that was gonna help them win. Now I don't know if Trump, DOJ, or whatever FBI actually gonna. Well, supposedly there are real victims. Okay, they will pick up the case, but other than that, it definitely ain't gonna help. Now that there's gonna be real people in the FBI now, real serious people, not just Democrat, satanic, crazy people. But so I'll just play this. I don't think she's joking. You could say I think she's for real. If you know females, she nervous for real, cause she never do shit like this.
IRS tax forgiveness now has open enrollment. It's easy. Out this way is if you're reading this headline and you're thinking there's no way this headline is true, she's clickbaiting us. This headline is absolutely true. Like Amala Epinobi,
What I'm saying is, look at her body language.
Hi everybody and welcome to the show. My name is Amala Epinobi. I do not plan on harming myself or taking my own life. This way is if you're reading this headline and you're thinking there's no way this headline is true, she's clickbaiting us. This headline is absolutely true.
The talking, I don't watch her that much to know her normal, her normal online presence. But it looks, as a regular person, somebody came up to you like that, yo, what's wrong? Seriously.
I was visited by two private detectives today, and we're going to talk about what's going on there. Private investigators,
look,
I should say.
all
At
that
least that's
shit
what
right there.
they owned up to being. We're going to talk about all of that.
Yeah, I don't think she noticed she was doing all that, you know. And this was 2 days ago. Oh, okay, this is old. See, I knew it wasn't brand new. I'm just saying, I thought it was like hours ago or something. And normally I don't pay attention to anything with Puffy in it. But I had saw it's like they keep trying, to get me to pay attention to this Puffy case. I saw there were new investigations. Yeah, not interested, or if it's a channel I like, but I don't want to. I just refresh. So yeah, refresh my recommendations. So but I don't want to not interested or do not recommend this channel because I actually watched the channel, but it's like I don't care about Puffy shit.
Different show. We were just going to do a little Jubilee video today and react to that and respond to it. But of course, we were taken on a different course. And I were filming a video this morning, and we were on Zoom as we often are.
I fast forwarded because So supposedly, and I think she said she got proof, right? This 2 days ago. Sound like all the stuff I was doing to these Verizon people and these other people. It's like everybody listening to me put this shit on speaker and record. Remember, I kept saying I got these people on, but I wasn't scared. I want my fucking money before and I can't touch y'all. I can't, even if I hire private investigation and get private, that's a paper trail because you all the way across the country. So I can't do that. There's still a paper trail. I'm just talking shit. It's a joke. Ha ha. It's a joke.
Me from my studio.
So yeah, but she's scared. I think she is for real, or was. So yeah, I go the legal way. I'm recording you in case I gotta sue you. because I can't touch you.
His humble abode. Now, as I was getting to the end of the video where I'm closing out, telling you guys to like and subscribe, I get a little bit of a text message from my best friend, Risa, whom I used to live with. And she's texting me saying, hey, there are two guys at the door right now, and they're asking about ads. I'll actually read the actual text that she sent me so we can get verbatim ads, but here we are in the story. So I finish up filming my video.
It's like I said, I normally don't pay attention to puffy shit, but like I said, I just clicked on it because I was cooking. But it looked, her body language is like she's shook. Well, she's a California female, and she's lived down south, grew up down south. Same chick, the same exact chick. Yeah. Da da da. Yeah, see, her dad would have told her. She finna shoot one of these niggas showing up under the door like, or both of them, right? Seriously, real talk, legally. They talking shit about, but see all these YouTube people in places that Puffy can send his people, New York, California, no 2A, you know, Democrat cities and states.
I call Risa. It's been a few minutes at this point. Apparently, these guys are still at the door. Immediately, when I pick up the phone, she's like, "Okay, you." When she picks up the phone, you're on speaker. And I'm like, what is going on? So one guy starts to speak up, and I'm sensing like a little bit of nervousness in his voice, but he's still there. He's talking. He's got what I would say is like a medium to thick-ish New York accent. And he's saying, we just wanted to come and talk to you about the things that you speak about on your channel, and, whether or not somebody pays you to say the things that you say. And it was a very just vague question. I didn't know exactly how to answer that. So I answered back and said, nobody pays me to say anything that I say on my channel. You guys know we've tried a couple sponsors on this show once or twice long ago. We've had no sponsors since. We get paid, through YouTube ad revenue and the ad revenue from different platforms, but nobody's paying me directly to say anything. Now he goes on to say, to sort of talk about topics.
Like I said, I saw this maybe last Friday, 4 days ago. They were saying he's trying to go after. This dude is crazy. No, what I mean crazy is stupid. I thought you was in the underworld. Bad boys move in silence. Remember I told you. Remember all these years I've been talking about New York niggas, lame, or at least puffy type niggas. If you supposed to been, I don't care if you've been rich for decades now. Millions, hundreds of millions. He did. I remember he was the second one after Master P was the first. 300 million, right? Since like 97, 96. You don't forget the rules of the street. So this stuff right here, I don't know what, if you, it's like, this gonna fuck your case up even more.
I talk about on this show. And the immediate topic that he jumps to is, you talk about P. Diddy and celebrities. Mind you, again, this guy's stumbling over his words, and he's not necessarily sounding so fluent in whatever message he's trying to get across. And I put this on speaker.
This is another thing. You see, I didn't think they would ever come after y'all like that. But this is like, how they know where I live, right? And been there every time I move. I didn't move because of them. I moved for other reasons, right? Money and shit like that. But now it's like especially these California YouTube liberals. Well, remember, actually that's another thing. Remember, she's supposed to be on our side, right? She's one of the. Remember, she's one of the ones I keep talking about. Them Democrat. I used to be a Democrat, but now I see the light. Especially these females. And I ain't even gonna talk about whatever she probably been through, tossed up, I'm talking about her, right? The tattoos and all that shit, all that. I woke up where she really woke up. I guess she got tired of getting banged out, seriously. But it's no hate. You really want to be on our side, but that's what I'm saying. You got to watch these types, especially these females. And I know women on our, who were raised right, they know better. You treat it, oh, okay, yeah, especially, women, the main ones, they like, oh, shit, oh, yeah, da. They like, women on our side, like, whatever, the mirror cute woman, shit like that, but, she was out there. I don't care what she don't tell us everything, but you can tell.
Mind you, Taylor's on Zoom from Nashville. I have the phone to this microphone here. He's listening to everything that's being said. Risa is also there listening to everything that's being said. Okay,
But the other
so I
thing
took
I
him
will say, see, y'all out there in California, y'all will listen. This is all good, but we're just saying, y'all better turn that state red. But this shit wouldn't happen. You notice, you know, the chick down south, like I said, legally strapped. You know, you ain't coming knocking on her door. You know,
I'm not I'm not paid by anybody to do this. Why is it that you're asking these things? What are you interested in doing or hearing? And they said, oh, well, if you were being paid by people to promote a certain message, we were here to, offer you something else. And again, they go through the topics that I talk about on my show, and immediately it's P. Diddy and his connection to other celebrities. So all the red flags are going up, in my mind here, hairs up on the back of my neck. I actually shot Risa a text at this very moment in the conversation and said, like, something along the lines of, get away from these guys. I'll actually go back and read it so I know exactly what I said. Get away from this guy. Because at this point, only one man was speaking. Again, white man, thick-ish New York accent. Now,
he sent Michael Rappaport after her. But she would probably know who Michael Rappaport is. But I'm just, I'm joking. He said Michael White Mike. He said White Mike from, after her.
probing this guy. Who do you work for? What is it that you're trying to pay me to do? Who are you inquiring about? What specifically are you asking me? Am I being paid to say on my channel? And this guy is just stumbling over his words.
Michael Rappaport, just to say, since I brought him up, because that's who I thought it was here, thick New York, and white boy, thick New York ass. Just, and he's a real piece of shit. He is. I didn't know he was a piece of. Remember, he was talking shit about Trump. He was another one. Just nasty. Just, Trump is this, and Trump is a fake wannabe gangster, blah, 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 blah. Rappaport think he black or whatever.
He doesn't know what to say. He starts saying, oh, I watch your channel. I'm a fan of your show. I appreciate the things you talk about. And then he goes back to the whole P. Diddy and this topic and this topic and this topic. So whoever was with this guy, presumably his boss, and at least this is what he explains himself to be, a second guy jumps into the conversation. Now, this guy sounds a little bit more confident than the last guy. And he jumps in and he says, oh, well, we're just here to ask you whether or not you've been paid to talk about this specific topic on your channel. And if so, we want to know who is paying you. But now that we know that, nobody's paying you, there's no further information we need to gather, we're going to see ourselves out and it will be okay. I keep pressing them. Who, again, are you here to talk about? Who is paying you to be here? Who are you asking about? Like, who do you work for? Where I'm like, okay, so you guys are investigating whether or not I've been paid to say something, but also you're here to offer me money, but also you came to the door and said that you were inquiring about ads and whether or not I'm sponsored by certain people. So I directly asked them, it seems like you guys came to this door under false pretenses, and now you're saying that you're investigating something. So which one is it? Are you here to pay and take up ad space or be a sponsor, or are you here investigating something? And then finally they come out in this conversation and say that they're private investigators, and they will not disclose who they've been paid by,
they see this. They're taking it to another level, harassing, stalking people. And see, now it's not just us, and now it's their own people, right? Well, you like she switched to the other. I've been said that these people really ain't real,
Investigating into people talking about P. Diddy and his connection to influencers. They found that
See, that's it, exactly. See, she's just that right there. She calls herself an influencer, and other influencers. That's how you know she's not a Republican. She's still a Democrat. An influencer. Joe Rogan don't call himself and he never did. Podcaster, whatever. The podcaster you can get, but influence. It's not hate. Is like, what the fuck is it? Who are you influencing? And especially if you call yourself company. Remember I said that. That's what I said. What? Not just her. All these reformed Democrats. I seen the light. No, you still a Democrat. You want to be a celebrity. You just thought you'd come over. We told you this is not what this is about. That stuff is demonic, idol worship. Nobody's worshiping you or anybody else, any other human, me or anybody. We don't worship nobody. None of us getting worshipped. You shouldn't want that. That is like that should be your nightmare. Motherfuckers worshiping you.
Conversations are just being had by bots.
One-way ticket to hell.
It's like bots are just spamming this information out on the internet. I don't know anything about that. I have no idea what they're talking about there. But they go on to, explain that this is what they're doing, and then they say, we'll pay to just for you to disclose who would be paying you, and we'll also pay
I mean,
more.
because technically, you kind of could see what she said. They're trying to, act like they want to, find out like if Trump or the Republicans is like set up. It's like first of all, most of us don't care about Puffy. I would say if I was, she should have. Most of us don't, but she does keep talking about it, and I'm not saying don't. Remember, I said it was a distraction. Remember, I avoid that shit. I hate, I don't hate, anybody. But I'm talking about the subject. I don't watch it. I don't even. I won't click on it. I hit do not, not interested. This and that. Don't put that shit in my recommendations. They keep trying to find a way to put Puffy in my recommendations.
On top of whatever it is they're paying you to sort of push the opposite story. Now, they don't explain what the opposite story. Again, they don't explain who they're working for. So I'm asking them again, who hired you to be here?
What is the opposite story? All that shit is like y'all still trying to make it a thing. Y'all still trying to make Puffy a thing. And to me, he's never been a thing since the beginning. He hasn't been, you know what I'm saying? Never was. Never was, cuz.
Who is the one who is making sure that you're at my door right now asking, not my door, but a door that I used to live at, asking these questions? They won't say who. Then I'm saying, okay, if you guys are private investigators, what is the name of your LLC or what is the name of your corporation? Give me that, because you're willing to own up to the fact that you're being private investigators. Which company is this person paying to? They won't say. They even go as far as to say, we don't have an LLC and we don't have a corporation. Whoever their client is paying them directly to their name. Now, I did get names from these guys. I won't say the full names out on this channel, but they did give me 2 names. So we're currently looking into
I mean, she never said she's a Republican. What I'm saying, but she does try. Her whole thing. She was, like this and that, and the woke crowd. Yeah, it's like she's trying to ride the fence. Be on both sides. Like this line right here. She's trying to walk down the line, and the woke the woke crowd, and I used to be woke, and blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, you can stay woke, or because you can't be halfway, and that's just a fact of life. It's not about a tribe or a club or this and that. It's like you're not going. The reason you was making it before because those woke people, demonic people, had worked their way into society and up into the upper ranks. But now that you got to do things just the regular way and the right way, you're probably not gonna make it no more. It's not hate. It's not a wish. I'm not wishing nothing on you. It's just a warning. Like, yeah, you got to work on it. You got to change.
2 private investigators are who were hired by some sort of.
There's no such thing as an influencer. We keep telling y'all that. There's no. By next year, no more. I mean, if y'all still got views, whatever.
Side organization or celebrity or firm or somebody to travel around. They would give no information as to the company that they work for. Apparently they're working, independent, but also in tandem. And when they get paid, it's paid to their name. And, I have no clue exactly what's going on here. I'm trying to think of any further information that I would have gleaned from them. They also said, since nobody's paying you, you're not going to see us again. We don't have any other questions for you. There's no further movement in this process. They claimed they had a list of 10 other influencers. I don't know if they're 10 other influencers, in California, 10 other influencers, nationwide, but apparently 10 other people who they're going to visit to ask this question and presumably offer them money if they've been paid by somebody to talk about this. They mentioned that they had come from Detroit. So apparently they were visiting somebody in Detroit and had knocked their door to ask them these questions. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. Now, there's a few different arenas we can go into with these guys visiting. The whole conversation ended somewhat amicably. I said, you know what? Forgive me for being hostile, but I have no idea who you are or what you're doing or what pretenses you are coming to this person's door under, and I need that information. And they just essentially say, oh, you're not going to hear anything more from us. We're investigators. We're former law enforcement. You know, apparently they're from New York, and now that they've gotten this information from me, I'm never going to see them again, and that's it. Who knows whether or not any of that
Okay,
is
see,
true.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I didn't see. It was actually what I saw was a news report about it that they're opening another investigation because this dummy got people sending out people for real. I mean, he got hundreds of millions. It's like that is the like what witness tampering. Well, these aren't witnesses, but you're still trying to influence, jury tampering. Maybe not jury tampering because jury whatever, but that is just something a dumb nigga would do.
Who knows whether or not the names they gave me are true? Who knows whether or not these guys are actual private investigators? Y'all, I have no clue. But it was very clear, and I told them, in the way you're asking me these questions, it's very clear that you're here to ask me about P. Diddy and these celebrities, so just be forward about that. Why would you come to the door and ask, this very vague question? And clearly they didn't know much about YouTube content. They didn't know much about how to pitch this to people, and they were just trying to get somebody to admit that I have been paid so that they could go down whatever route they were going to go down once they figured that out. So luckily, I don't live there. Luckily, I got on the phone to be able to speak with them. But had I said I was paid by somebody, like, where does it go from there, and what were these guys actually here to do? Using the information inside of this free book, I bought this property here, a piece of land for just $4,200.
Yeah, at best they're paying you for something, and then at worst, something else. And, God forbid we even think about what that would be. But I'm so used to saying allegedly the conspiracy.
Prosecutors allege Combs frequently instructs family members and his attorneys to add other individuals via.
Oh, so yeah, that's what she's. That's why she's, so adamant that she's not lying, and she got it on proof about this story that they really came looking for. You know, yeah, she's telling the truth, but that's what like this nigga is retarded. No, see that is something like if it's somebody you knew, grew up with, or whatever, one of your homies or whatever, or even if it's just a schoolmate, not your homeboy. And he got now we in our 20s and he catch a case, big case, and he been selling big dope, and he start trying to harass people, whatever. Earl arrested, like, damn, that nigga stupid. That's extra time. They gonna throw, they gonna put, anybody that's gonna take this nigga crazy. Like, who you think you is? You the God, you think this nigga think he the Godfather for real. Sending people, anybody could be touched. That's that bad boys are bad boys. That puffy gay shit. Like, see, I told you, them niggas. I've been telling y'all, just like I've been said. I've been told you. So it had nothing to do with just, oh, you mad about money. No, I know y'all never said that, but I'm just saying you can't say that. Just like Jay-Z. It's just like everybody's like whatever he's doing to try to hold on is finna come apart, because like I said, everybody I initially didn't like from the beginning, just didn't even like, just no matter, just their music, just their appearance, it just irked me. You're like, oh, I don't like that nigga, it's just coming apart. It's exactly. So Jay-Z, the next one, we'll see. All right, yeah, we just gotta wait and see.